This is a poem by A.D. Hope, titled The Elegy. Variations on a theme of the 17th century. Madam, no more. The time has come to eat. The spirit of man is nourished, too, with meat. Those heroes and the warriors of old, feasting between their battles, made them bold. When Venus in the west hung out her lamp, the rattling sons of Mars marched home to camp. And while around the fires their wounds were dressed, and tale was matched with tale, and jest with jest, flagons of wine and oxen roasted whole refreshed their bodies and restored the soul. Come, leave the bed, put on your dress, efface a while this dazzling armory of grace. Flushed and rejoicing from the well-fought fight, now day lies panting in the arms of night. The first dews tremble on the darkening field. Put up your naked weapons, the bright shield of triumph glinting to the early stars. Call our troops home with trumpets from their wars, and, as wise generals, let them rest and dine, and celebrate our truce with meat and wine. See, the meek table on our service waits. The devil in crystal winks beside our plates. These veterans of love's war we shall repay, and crown with feasts the glories of the day. Think no disgrace, if now they play a part less worthy of the soldiers of the heart. Though these we led were granted, even as we, their moment's draught of immortality, we do but snatch our instant on the height, and in the valleys still live out the night. Yet they surrender nothing which is theirs. Nature is frugal in her ministers. Each to some humbler office must return, and so must we. Then grudge it not, but learn in this the noble irony of kind. These fierce, quick hands that rove and clasp must find other employment now with knife and fork. Our mouths that groaned with joy now eat and talk. These chief commanders, too, without debate, sink to the lowliest service of the state. Only our eyes observe no armistice, sparkling with love's perpetual surprise. Their bright vendettes keep watch from hill to hill, and when they meet, renew the combat still. And yet to view you would I linger on. This is the rarest moment, soonest gone. While now the marching stars invest the sky, and the wide lands beneath surrendered lie. Their streams and forests, parks and fields and farms, like this rich empire tranquil in my arms, seem lovelier in the last withdrawing light, and as they vanish, most enchant the sight. Still let me watch those countries as they fade, and all their lucid contours sink in shade. The mounting thighs, the line of flank and breast, yet harbor a clear splendor from the west. Though twilight draws into its shadowy reign this breathing valley and that glimmering plain, still let my warrior heart with fresh delight rove and reflect. Here began the fight. Between those gentle hills I paused to rest, and on this vale the kiss of triumph pressed. There, full encircled by the frantic foe, I rode between the lilies and the snow, and in this copse that parts the dark and shine, plundered the treasures of the hidden mine. Down those long slopes in slow retreat I drew, and here renewed the charge, and here anew met stroke with stroke, and touched at the last breath the unimagined ecstasy of death. Full darkness, Time enough the lamps were lit. Let us to dinner, madam. Wine and wit must have their hour, even as love and war, and what's to come revives what went before. Come now, for see the captain of my lust, he had so stoutly fought and stiffly thrust, fallen, diminished on the field he lies. Cover his face, he dreams in paradise. We, while he sleeps, shall dine, and when that's done, drink to his resurrection later on.